Today is my last day. I didn't realize on a death sentence, and I'd like to come forward. Um, I cannot find my other phone right now, and I will find it, but it definitely. Here it is. No, that's not it. I've got a long history of doing human rights, and I've done all this emotional energy putting into other people and spiritual healing for other people when it comes to their so I'm very stressed out. One I've got one day and they are taking away my rights, and I've been very unfairly trapped for almost 7 years. Now the oppression is getting to me. What I want to say is only a year ago, after all my detox, I looked very beautiful. I was very healthy, nutritionally, like clean and very, very healthy. And in this time, these guys have actually stolen so much from me. And when it comes to business, I'm telling the truth. Ask my mother. I did a lot of things to do with nutritional healing, and it's all in my diaries. I think they've stolen one diary of all of the work that I did into my healing, but I've got other diaries with all the healing work and to the time that I got really sick. When it comes to being a health doctor, I think that's why they gave me chemical violence. No, but before, also, my time after work was spending being healthy and happy at the beach every day and playing. I was really, really fun and happy, and I don't get to do that anymore because they keep stopping me going to work. And there's a lot of statistics saying if you don't get your rights to go to work, um, it breeds a lot of unhappiness. Like unemployment breeds unhappiness, and it's not to do with my character because all my references say I'm not. I'm appealing, would you please help against this RICO crime of them paying everybody? Because I don't have any rights. They're making me live in the Bronx with no rights. The government is so racist. They've given me all this chemical violence and this coin guy, and I feel so cheated by him. He's put so much money into their looks, and all girls that haven't even created this reality, and it's my reality. I worked very hard at creating all this photography and all this emotional healing to do with the sun energy coming in and healing us. And he took my SD cards, this woman, of all of my photography of the sun, even my old Facebooks of the sun. It's absolutely like something that really inspired me was the sun and the beauty of nature, and he's been using this for years. And my direction in life was to be a counselor for children, and I did all this healing work with children, and she's taken all the children out of my life. She's gone to see all of Della Marie's children. She's taken my children and built a massive school and outcasted me. And I'm saying it's not a very fair situation because they've taken so much power out of my life and stopped me being able to talk to absolutely anyone or have a say. So for 3 years, they were walking around calling me a fat ass and all this stuff. And basically, while I was going on the internet in the library, and they were just saying, all I do all day is go on the library. But I was trying to find a job all day and trying to find organisations to help me, and nobody will help me. This is for 3 years, and it's like no matter what I do, I'm persecuted. Like I'm told I'm a fat pig every day, and it's like, well, what do you want me to do? I don't know what to do anymore. I just used to go running every day and look after children and spend time talking and playing with them. And I feel like it is my purpose, and not only just children, elderly as well, as I spend a lot of time talking to them. And I feel like I really deserve to have a good job because it's my lifetime. It's all of my career. He's copied absolutely my whole CV. It's about loving and nurturing people. And when I went to the church a year ago, she said all my ex-boyfriends are coming against me to stop me going to work. I need the work after violence, for one. Two, the government's been persecuting me and I've got all this environmental problems. Three, this joker that's in the industry keeps using me to make me pay all of his bills by making me a slave. And I'm asking for you to help me break the chains of his slavery. And that would mean getting my work back and not looking at fascism of women just of being of model looks. What about the years of experience I did looking after the children growing up? And that made me happy, or the children. It's the children and looking after elderly. I spent a lot of time doing that. And then I also created all this art business in Australia and all this very modern cooking. And they're not, everybody's against me being happy, and I'm out and being a leader. But I was a leader. It's just that they really, really abused me on these planes while I got sick, and it made me lose all my confidence because he had beaten me as a fat pig in front of the whole world, and they didn't get to. And he's also denying me the right to be a humanitarian, and that's exactly what I've done in my life. I've done all this work. I've done all this work helping other people in this life because I enjoy helping people, and it's such a sad ending that these people out of greed are torturing my face and ruining the quality of my life, and I'm going to be put to death. I'll never again get to have my dream life again, that I designed this life to have children, to have a beautiful loving family, and have an idyllic home that was full of peace, and to work at home on a computer. Even at Narita's house a year ago, I'm trying to find that phone. A year ago, I was working on this computer to get a job at a stay-at-home call centre job. And they've kind of stopped me from doing that in my life, and I want to know why I'm not allowed a good life. For years and years, I worked for a great life, and I want to know why I'm not allowed to be part of the why I'm not allowed to be part of the finances, and why they've denied me the right. All these letters, because you're writing all these letters and holding them hostage, but he's actually doing fraud. He's defrauding me because I don't actually get any of my letters. The government's stealing all my letters. So I'm under all this political power just because I want to be a happy girl, live in a home, go to work, and they're not letting me have a normal job. If you don't help me, then I may never have another chance to have a great life again. They're going to keep me in poverty for the rest of my life. And I'm saying, that girl's already got a dad that's got money. That girl's already got all these things. Why can't they let me go to work in a job that I love? Why can't they let me do the photography? I went to UCO, and then I went to graphic design. And the only reason I stopped doing it is because I got abused. I want to keep doing it. It's really my passion. It's the thing that made me happy, and I put up a video of all of my artwork, so why is he actually banning me from being part of society? Like, he's kind of breaking me down in toilets. He destroyed my business and broke me down till I'm worthless all over again. And he's already broken me down 3 times in the public eye. And it's like, while the public were persecuting me that I'm fat and gross in a company and outcasted me, I built a beautiful business. But now he's kind of putting me to death. And I think I can't keep starting and stopping and not having a home and being poisoned every day. I don't have anything malicious in my body. I've got to react. I'm reactive and to anything nasty. The thing is most people that have feelings are. And my personality is an INFJ. Do you know what that's about? It's about deep, nurturing kindness. It's about sensitivity to other people. It's about loving other children and putting other people's needs first. That's why I like to do nursing and all these kind of things. The reason I've been so bedridden, it's not about bed rot. They make everything so scummy about my life. The way they talk about me over me, and I don't like it. I want to reverse this, is that I took time to meditate after the violence of very ugly people towards me, and I tried to keep my composure, but I didn't have the full thing, and I think it's very cunning of what these cops are doing. I'm just one girl that's had look, they've given me a stroke because of the chemicals in this house. And I'm just saying, I want the right to do my dream because I built it not once but twice, and these men are taking the glory for what I did in my world, which was all this photography and creative work. And I'm quite upset that these girls are taking and trademarking the light. Like, light work is something that's definitely to do with my work, and photography's definitely my dream. Even ask my mum, Kylie. Kylie gave me some of her equipment, and they wanted me to get back into my dream. But what I'm just saying is these people are really miserable because they've already got money and they keep putting in all these chains on me and they won't let me be happy. So when I was being happy, I spent all this time being so full of joy to go back into photography, and they took all my SD cards, which was about the sunshine. And I was outdoors every day, and I was out. Have you been to Chelsea down in Melbourne? It's quite nice. The sand's red, and it's pretty flat though. It's but my life was about traveling and being really, really. I've always been productive. So for 7 years, this cunning cop keeps making out I'm bad. All these women too. Every time I go to work, even if it's a cleaning job, they come to work and cause me problems and stop me working. And I'm being trafficked. I really need your help to call human trafficking because they're not letting me. I've got all this power, all these trafficking rings just stopping me being happy. Do you know what that's like? And I'm asking for help to go against Rose's bank because she's spending so much time here in India blocking my INFJ, which is about human connection. It's about counselling, intuitive therapy. Like, I was an intuitive heart therapist and I looked after other people, and you're all against this work that I do. But I'm saying, why are they following me back to back out of everything that I want to do for a business or a job, and trying to make me look like I'm low quality by putting photos of me next to ugly trash? That's not what my life was like. I worked in nannying and I had to organise people's cupboards and all of their fridges all day. Even at my mum's house, it's very clean. I had to organise everything in the cupboards all day before I do all my cooking. I'm an extremely good cook. I want to know why I'm not allowed to do cooking. I'm not allowed to be part of education. Why this man's exiling me. Please help me. I want my dream. Hey, I just got my... It's not fair. So I just survived all this violence, and then John put me through all this violence on my dog online with Lauren, and they're taking credit for all my dreams. Like, they get to do all the dreams of that I want to do, and I'm kept like ruined and ugly all over again. He's ruined my face, and he puts this negative, horrible, toxic curses over my life that I'm lower class, and I was, and I stood for counselling other people to live their best life, and I like to lead people to have that better life. Like, I don't live my life to just be about myself. I want to make money out of my job, obviously, but I like to encourage other people to live their best life. And I was a real personal coach in a way about getting out, being fit. I know I'm fat at the moment, but they cheated me. They put a lot of toxins into my body, and I've got credited doctors that have said she's got pesticides and cancer in her. So I believe I got poisoned so that my body would get ruined again, so that I can't do this as a job, but this is my job. It's about healing and nutritional cooking and doing photography each day. The lifestyle I led, it suits my disability too, because I've got an anxiety problem, so I need to have part-time active and then part-time doing my femininity stuff to do with cooking, and then when I'm like healthy and happy myself, then it's like I've got a lot of time to spend with other people talking about what they want to get out of their life, and then I can coach them through that. And I've always had a lot of time for people because I've worked in hospitality, and then I went into my education, and since that I also wanted a child called Melody and Sebastian, and I thought I'd found some surrogate, and I ended up getting persecuted over this whole situation, and then I've been sold off into prostitution. And I'm just asking, I really want to have a good job. I've fought with the Chinese who have stolen my land, and they've been bullying me on TikToks for almost 7 years. And I kept saying, please, I want a job on this TikTok. And then they just kept torturing me on it, saying I'm too old for everything. And I'm saying, why are they bullying me for all years? Who pays for all this war on this internet? Why can't they just let me have a job that I want to do? Like, the jobs that I'm doing were to do with healing other people and counseling, and they've actually, I'm really upset that Minnie and India are kind of taking over absolutely all of my jobs that are unique to me, because it's my spiritual journey, and it's like I'm gonna be led into living a life after all this debauchery, but it's not my job. I'm definitely in tune with other people, and I try and give them healing messages to encourage them to have a better outlook. It's not just about being encouraging, it's about trying to find responsible ways to make your life better in a situation if that person is stuck in negative thinking, or they don't have the tools to move forward because of fear. Like, I can't counsel myself right now because the biggest fear I have to move forward in this life is not only rejection because of everybody seeing me violently, sexually, and degraded as a dog. The other fear I have is once I leave this house, I'm homeless. They don't want to give me a home or a citizenship. So I'm asking, why didn't America, UK, China, and Japan be accountable? Because I built a business in Auckland, and they've taken that too. And they've also taken away all the children, saying I'm not a good influencer. But what you have to understand is these girls have entrenched belief systems into this country for more than 7 years. And I had no clue what they were doing. They were doing it behind my back, and they've got a watch. And so they've been blackmailing me, getting dressed up every day, influencing, saying, love us, pick us, we're beautiful. And I didn't know. And I just got left out, and they were bullying me and using my face and blaming me for all this stuff. And I was really innocent. I'm just asking, it's not fair. I want my life to be amazingly abundant. I want it to be full of happiness. I want to see my family every day. I want to see people happy. I want to see my dog happy, and they're not living. They didn't do any of that. They really took me off my mum and kind of tortured me and prostituted me and outcasted me of a group, making me a dog every day and calling me a fat pig and just torturing me that I'm not good enough for the society. And I'm saying, but I'm just as educated. Why can I not do the same job? Why does it have to look, why do we have to all look like models? Why, but just because Lauren looks young, why can't I do it? Lauren actually, Lauren, I think, had a makeover, and I've always done all this food work. That's actually everything that I've worked for in my life on my CV that they're copying. So why am I not allowed to do it? And she's actually got apparently she's already paid everybody else to be on her side, because Amanda's put a knot so that I'm lower class. And I think it's really, I want to protest I'm not lower class. She's actually denying me the right to have support systems. Everyone I talk to, she kept following me, like anyone I talk to. She won't let me talk to anybody. My phones are hacked and tapped. She went and talked to Courtney. She goes to talk to my sister. Everybody is helping her journey in life, but not mine. And I want to say, but it's my journey that I actually was building before. Her and those girls took this journey off me. That's my journey out of life. I'm the real person that built a life to try and mentor people to have a better life. And I want to know why I'm denied the right to be a professional when it's mine. See? Be grateful for the little things. And that heart, that was all about having a white heart at the end of the day. So that's when I was a refugee, and I was a peaceful, calm, loving person. And I was see how nice my skin is there? It's because they keep putting toxins in me. And this is some of artwork that I kind of do. I do stuff like this. And I was a very happy person, and they're not letting me be. I think they've given me all these tattoos on my face that I'm an ugly dog and I'm this and I'm that. But that girl, see her lovely jacket and her face. She just did her civil rights and was a student and very educated, and now he's put me in lower class overnight, Herman Mary, and I'm a survivor of abuse, like 2023. So that's what I'm saying. Why do I not get to have the beautiful life that I created? And they keep making out that I'm toxic. He's made out to all of my family and friends I'm toxic. While he was saying I was toxic every day, I was writing my human rights about gender violence. But what I would rather is be part of a group and be part of society, and they're not doing it. I said a huge weight of ongoing trauma from these Turkey associations is inflicting on me socially, generationally, and denying me meaningful support or from the ongoing violence against my true nature. And all of it says I've got true nature. This time I went mental is because of being triggered about them getting into some Tiffany company and doing this marriage thing. And I just feel like that's honor killing, because my work to do with my mentorship was to be definitely to get back and be a really have a good wife, have a good husband, and have a good house. And they've taken that from me. Even at my mum's house, if you look, I was just doing gardening every day and planting the seeds of my tomorrow, and they keep banishing me from having anywhere to build my future. This green guy, he has become tyrannical. Where am I meant to go if he's holding me hostage of being somebody that's a skilled character? He's not letting me do any of my skills, have any support. The shame should go to the gangs torturing me, making me lower class, because it's actually all my skills. And this is the land. He's made all this prejudice. I'm a dull bludger, but I wasn't. I was at home studying or watching TV, basically. And it's defamations. I had no choices, as these, I think, Penny and Brendan and John just kidnapped me from my mum in India, and they're not giving me the right to my education. And I'm an INFJ. I'm meant to be a counsellor. I'm meant to be a counsellor, humanitarian, and they won't let me do it. They're persecuting me over it. They won't even let me do journalism. They won't let me see anybody that's worthy. And the chemicals, it seeps into your tissues, it ruins you. And so I am not sexy after all these drugs they've put into me and broken my face and photographed me and my vaginal ruined. And I was like, at all costs, they're trying to make this woman better. They don't let me have any friend. They keep everything in the past that is for me. They won't let anything grow or come into fruition. They keep everybody sending that. It's a huge torture what Poppy and Kiki are doing. And then they're going to hold me hostage overseas as a $20 horror. I'm begging for mercy. It's a crime. Why would they keep this up for so long? Like publicly making me unequal treatment, violently abusing me for this rapper guys, wannabe stars, and this massive Love Island dating, putting me as a common prostitute, keeping me underground trafficked with all these mental files and ugly photos to enforce the torture and discrimination. The photos are terrorism. The proper upper vagina made by the monster rooster, and he's raping my bum to eliminate and execute me as a political opponent. He stopped me being young and beautiful, and I'm asking, why is everybody against me doing something I deserve to do? I don't think Nadia even wants to do that as a job. Like, actually, we're kind of in the same field. I was doing counselling, and I've never been allowed to go back into it, and actually they're doing a crime because they're going straight to all of my counsellors illegally. This is all against my will. I just want to move on with my life and have a job, and everybody's paying, so I have to stay a dog, and I'm asking for freedom. Ask for my right to have my education, because he's stolen all of my businesses, and I want to know why my GPs can't find my name. They keep encouraging bad behaviour and violence and harassment and torturing to me, but I can't complain about it because they start saying that I'm a moaner, I'm a downer, nobody wants to hang around me. And these kind of enforced ideals are kind of like dismissing somebody's got any feelings. And it's racism. And why hasn't Brendan and his three guys been caught underground taking all my money and trafficking me sexually? It's torture, and they're continuously attacking RICO crimes. They're not giving me any associations anywhere, and making me a commoner when I actually had multiple sclerosis years ago. And survivors of crime need a lot of time to get back on their feet. And these Xavier buses where he keeps exchanging my destiny, and like, I don't want to pay for John for the rest of my life. He's actually taking the harvest of my whole life and stopping me having the fruits of my labor. And I can't get immigration. It's global international trafficking. And there's a sick desire to turn me, a good wholesome girl, into a common prostitute. And I think India illegally adopted me. I've been a subject of further torture and persecution and cruel degrading treatment, and now I'm being put to death with no one telling me what's going on. I came into this before all the abuse. I was a pure-hearted person, and I feel like they don't want me to be beautiful. And I feel like, why does Poppy get a makeover? Why does Lauren get a makeover when she was just a cleaner? Like, why am I being kept with silver, lead, and mercury all the time? Why won't he let me be beautiful? He's torturing me out of everything I create. He takes credit for my dream life. And so Brendan comes from a long line of criminals, and he's on top of the world as an honourable man, but it's my honourable work. And he's also taking the honour of me being a very spiritually in tune person that wanted to teach love and care and kindness to other people. I'm not going to say I'm a Christian anymore. I was, but because of all the gang stalking, it's made me very, very hostile, because they were abusing me for so long, and they're starving me, and they're keeping me homeless. I don't have a future. It's very abusive. I don't know what to do. I really need your help. She said, out with the old, in with the new. I just need one person to help me.